What's up, guys? It's Frankie Finn here. We're going to be talking about growing an agency from absolutely zero to $100,000 a month, especially a social media marketing agency. I don't know if you guys can see, but we got a pretty epic view of the bay over here, and going to share some cool shit. So let's get into it. So for those of you guys who have never built a social media marketing agency, or you're on the journey to $100,000 a month, you want to get there, there are different stages you go through in the agency growth. And what's really interesting about them as you go through the different stages, and you're going to probably, to get to $100,000 a month, going to have to go through at least 3 of them. And what most people don't realize, we get a nice bird coming over here flying through, is that what got you there, or what got you here, will not get you there. Okay? So I want to kind of lay this out for you, give you a little 3-point plan. Tell them, Camacho.
But listen up. I got a 3-point plan to fix everything.
Break it down, Camacho.
Number 1, we got this guy,
Frankie Finn. Break it down, Camacho. So the first thing you got to do, by the way, and this is the most important thing to get your agency off the ground if you're at this stage 0, and a lot of people do a bunch of things that frankly don't matter, and that is basically you got to make sales. You got to get clients, and the only way to get clients, by the way, is to put real offers in front of real human beings. Everything else is really secondary. So you're either going to have to reach out to them, or you're going to have to advertise and get in front of them. The magic number, I would say, is if you're not doing at least 100 a day, don't plan on getting there very fast. So this is the real key, is making valuable offers that are really easy to say yes to. You do that, you make your life so much easier. So many times I see people in this stage get caught up in things like, got to update my website, got to try an SEO, got to put out a blog post every day. No, you got to find out where the clients are. You got to get in front of them. You got to make them offers. Now, eventually, if you get good at that, you can probably get to 10, 20 grand a month. And then you'll reach stage 2. When you get to stage 2, you might be scratching your head going, what you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis? And I never even watched that show as a kid, but I saw replays of it, and that line is just pretty epic. So when you get to this stage, by the way, stage 2, suddenly you'll have a new challenge introduced to you called hiring. You will no longer be able to manage all the workload yourself. You'll no longer be able to do anything. And you will have to bring in people. And your success in this stage is going to come down to your ability to bring in, attract, and retain and train really good people. If you do not cross this hurdle, your agency will never really grow past this first stage, and you'll always be limited by what you yourself can accomplish. And I'll tell you, agencies that have teams go a lot further, maybe not individually faster. And the biggest challenge you'll face in this stage, what I hear people do wrong all the time, is they go, well, Frankie, it's just easier to do it myself. Don't want to be doing that, because what will end up happening is you'll have to do everything alone, and you will be the bottleneck in your own business. Eventually, if you get good at hiring, you can get all the way to like close to 100 grand a month. You probably get to at least, I would say, 40, 50,000, maybe even more, depending on your prices. But you'll eventually hit a new stage called the management problem. And that's stage 3, where you're a manager. And when you're a manager, what you'll find is that suddenly people are bringing you shit all day long. Most of your day spent sounds like this. It sounds like, hey, do you got a minute for this? Do you got a minute for that? Hey, do you got a minute? And what ends up happening is when you do those interruptions, it's almost like you're back at stage 1, because you start treating everything like it's equal, like everything is equally important. And 80-20, we know, says that 20% of what you're doing is producing all the results. So what you got to do in this stage is start to learn to use and manage reports that tell you what is important, what is critical, what's got to happen. And when you do that, then you can direct your employees' focus on what actually matters, because otherwise they'll bring you shit and they'll say, hey, this password doesn't work. The color of the website needs updated. Oh, client asked this random question about this thing that doesn't really matter. And what you'll do is you'll spend all day long on distractions, and your agency will suddenly be the world's most inefficient thing. And of course, clients will hold you to the results. And if you've never been in this management stage, it can be very stressful the first time going through it. And your hair will feel a little bit on fire and a little bit like you're firefighting all again. I'm gonna give another shot of the view here because I think it's awesome. So if you need some help with that, by the way, you might want to think about this.
Round one, fight! Shoryuken! Shoryuken! Shoryuken!
So there you have it, folks. I know that sounds like maybe like an oversimplified version, but if you can do those three things, if you can have an offer and put it in front of real people that gets clients, and then you can secondly bring in people to help you fulfill on that and delivery and make you look good, and then you can manage those people from a distance through your reports and your systems and knowing how to do that intelligently, what you'll find is you can, in fact, look at there. At least we got some Peter Pan action. My shadow's talking smack about me over there. You can definitely get $200,000 a month with social media marketing agency, just solving those three problems really, really well. So hope that's helpful to you guys out there. And that's all I got for you guys in this video. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe and may the force be with you.